Hey YouTube, Jeremy's Gassel's Garage, eh?
I'm Pat. Welcome back.
As always, we're back working on a piece of shit car. But it's not my piece of shit today. Well, I can't really call this a piece of shit. This is a pretty nice car.
Compared to your car, this thing's it's mint. So today, we're gonna make some inner fender braces. So this is what we're starting with. And basically it's a brace that goes from, the firewall right here up to just past the shock tower, or the shock tower. Goes up to here and just stiffens this up. Not getting real technical with it, being that we got I got the K-frame from QA1. I don't think it's super necessary, but I'm making it anyways. And we'll show you in this video how we go from this to, let's go to the other side and take a look. That's about what it'll look like when it's done. Obviously this one's not completely done. We're kind of running low on gas for the welder, so it's just tack welded in for now. But
get some burritos, you have plenty of gas.
yeah, it'll be in there nice and tight.
So this will stiffen everything up, when you got a car that you want to do some corners in, especially an American car. This will help out a lot.
Yeah, so
American cars are known for going straight, not turning, and this will help out.
This is to stiffen most of the front end up. There's some other steps we'll be taking later, but for today, it's on this.
Nice and simple. Here we go. Explain.
All right, so these are the patterns from the other side, which car happens to be the same on both sides. So lucky I get to use the same pattern over again.
That's nice, because nothing was the same on the damn Porsche.
Yeah.
Everything was all bent and jacked up, so nothing fit.
So this is just gonna go in there like that. Some minor trimming and adapting. And as you can see, I've got the dimple dies all laid out on this side, which will transfer over just fine. Just got to remember to make them face the right way, which would be the fun part. So yeah, we'll get started on that.
And as we said, this is just that simple cardboard, what was it called? The Ram board?
Yeah, cardboard aided design.
Yeah. There we go.
The other thing I want to get done is clean all this up, get some rust paint on it, some rust preventative paint. Figure out what that is. Interesting.
Not on the other side?
No, I didn't have that bolt on the other side. It's like ripped out. And in the future, this is all going to be sandblasted and cleaned up and painted, just like we did on the bottom. So
It's going to be beautiful.
we just ran out of sand.
Ran out of sand, ran out of gas, ran out of heat in the building.
Yeah, it's a little chilly. And that's the other thing about welding today. I can't weld more than 10 seconds without fucking up the lens. So
That's going to be fun.
yeah, so let's get to work on this. And all right, so what I'm doing here is I'm now going to transfer the template over to steel from cardboard using 16 gauge. So it's not the stiffest, but it's plenty good enough for what we're using it for. This will just tell me where to cut and where to make my dimple dies.
For the future.
And on the dimple dies, these ones here, I'm just going to mark like this. These have to go in first before I cut it, or at least that's the way I'm doing it. These can go in after. Oh, it's beautiful.
We can paint a butt to do it when it's already cut out.
Well, yeah, you can't do it half a dimple die. So that being the point, now next step is I'm going to center punch all these and drill them out with an 1/8 inch.
For those who don't know, you center punch, so it's easy for your drill to have a space to work in.
So it doesn't walk all over the place.
I don't know what you're going to say.
This piece here, we didn't show that because I already had one cut out. Just some scrap I had laying around. So that piece is pretty self-explanatory. Keep your drill bit from walking like that.
All right, time for some holes there, Pat.
Yep. Oh God, I can remember what this thing's called.
I'm sure God knows. So God.
Not your typical hole saw. It's a more of a mill. Can't think of the name of it. But works extremely well for punching holes.
Fancy hole puncher thing we do.
Yeah,
Something like that.
something like that.
Power. There we go. Just like butter, people. Look at that. Right on through.
Into the quarter hole, just like that.
Nice.
And it's kind of self-centered too, so you gotta get close.
Easy money there.
You want to make sure your glue fits. Good life advice. Alright, so I don't know if I tightened that. Now that we got it all drilled out and ready to rock, we're just doing some more dimple dies. You guys have seen that before, go ahead. We'll go over it again real quick. Stop. Lid off. So I like to rotate the dimple dies like 90 degrees or so just to make sure it's even. This is a hydraulic press, knockout punch press. It's not the typical Harbor Freight one like everybody else uses. This is the one off of Amazon. And it seems to work out pretty well.
Wasn't too expensive?
No, I don't remember how much it was. Didn't last very long, the first one.
It's that simple, people. It doesn't take much.
Okay, back on. Go for it. Yeah, that's it. You want to keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just gonna get it cleaned up a little bit so you can have a nice surface to weld to.
So now we got that cleaned up on the car. More on that later. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out on the lines I marked. And then we'll put it in the brake and bend it over and start fitting it to the car. And then the area I cleaned all the paint off on the car, gonna repaint it with some rust paint. So it has something underneath it to protect it. Here we go.
Yeah, so what you got there?
Was that?
So now you see why?
Now you see why we had to do the dimple dies up here first. Kind of hard to get it in there and press it with only half. So yeah, it's on its way. Now I'll go clean all the
Debris.
yeah, debris, dross, whatever you want to call it off. And then we'll figure out the bend and go from there.
Good to go. So what are you trying to break now, man?
Trying to bend this over to get it to fit on the tire. And this is why I didn't want to put these holes in. But that's the reason that I didn't want to do it, that now I remember. Yeah, if that makes sense.
So in hindsight, we should have cut the holes, but left the other side big, and then,
Yeah, I should have only done
yeah.
the dimple dies on this side. It's gonna make it slightly harder to bend.
You know, as long as you're having fun, Pat, that's all that matters.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if this works.
Come on, we love when a plan comes together. Make it happen.
If.
Here's where everything goes awry, people. Huh?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yep. So that means we need more magnetic power.
You need what?
More magnetic power. Bigger piece of metal.
When in doubt, go bigger.
Bigger hammer.
Having fun lining it up, are you?
No. Trying to line up a teeter-totter. Got nothing.
That's better.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Flatten out the dimple dies a bit.
Not too bad then?
Huh?
Not too bad?
Well, no, it's bad. So we'll have to see if we can get that in the press. and
Yeah.
Smash it down.
So we fixed our mess up. We flattened that out. Now we put it back where it belongs. So
Just put it in the press with the dimple dies. And it worked. Not ideal, but we got it.
So now he's got to make a few adjustments. This bar right here is not on the other side, so he's got to make a recess so that'll fit up. Little trimming right here, a few little spots to make it all fit.
Just gonna try to sneak up on it. Don't want to take too much at once. And then we'll get it fit, mask it off where we're gonna weld, and then, like I said, paint it with the rust preventative paint. Got a little more cleaning to do still also.
And we're good to go. Well, how'd that turn out, Pat?
It's all right, considering it's gonna be covered up. It'll be fine.
Now time to make the main piece fit. So what do you gotta do to this to make it fit?
I got to do a couple of slices right there where I got it marked, and that's about it. Tack it on.
Other than that, you're good to go, huh?
And like I said, almost out of gas, so this is going to get tacked today.
Well, what's going on here?
Well, it's about as done as it's going to get till I get more gas for the welder. It's all in. It's nice and firm. Gotta pop this up a little bit and weld it, but other than that, a little bit of cleanup and finish welding it, and it's done. Like I said, once this is all sandblasted, that'll get painted again. But for now, the backside's painted, rust-proofed, protected, whatever you want to call it. So that's about all I got.
And as you see, I mean, yeah, it took a few tools, but it wasn't that hard to do. It didn't take you all that long. I mean, a couple hours here and you got it done.
Welder and an angle grinder. I mean,
And then,
basically it. The dimple dies, that's just to make it look pretty. You don't need those.
but how much would these have cost if you bought them from the store you're looking at?
I think they're a little over 300. I'm not sure.
And how much do you have into this? Not including the tools.
Not including the tools, not much. A little bit of scrap steel. Probably about 20 bucks worth of steel. So yeah, way cheaper than buying it. And you still, with the stuff you buy, you gotta fit it. I mean, this car is actually pretty straight, but you'd still have to do some custom fitting. So yeah, piece of cake.
These older cars, they're always had shit done to them, so you know, it's never a perfect fit.
And they weren't the straightest from the factory, so let's face it, they were a little rough.
A little rough. I mean, we saw the holes that they put in this thing. Looked like crap.
The master cylinder brace, there was a hole up here that looked like they just put it in with a punch. No drill. And that was factory.
The factory tabs to hold the gas tank in aren't even the same size. They're like a ½ inch different. I mean, that's a nice little thing.
It's horrible. It's one of the things I don't like about the car.
It's not going to stay that way.
Yeah, more to follow on that.
But as always, that's it for this episode. Like, tag, share, follow, hit that subscribe button if you can. Get money, St. Jude. Bye.
Thanks for watching.